So anything that you do within his society today is criminalized as a free, liberated black person. So we sit around thinking that we're playing it safe. That because we're not revolutionaries, because we're not going to stand against these, that we're playing safe. But I bet you that if 50% of the black people in jail was playing it safe. When they was pulled over by a police officer, by some European police officers for driving through a racist county, and that turned into an altercation because they didn't allow themselves to be demoralized by devils. They were playing it safe in every other aspect of their life. But if they had knew that on that day, that confrontation would have led to the destruction of their freedom by having an all-out warfare with their enemy, they would have been revolutionaries a lot longer. And Mumia is in jail, and he said, I didn't kill the European cops. It wasn't me that did it. I said you should have did it then. You know what I'm saying? You should have done it. Why didn't you do it? Damn it! You see the point I'm making? Because maybe if you had did it, you would not have been in jail. If they had came to you, you would not have been on death row. You might have fled to another place. You might have fled to another country and had your freedom. You should have done it. Your problem is that you're not guilty because you didn't do it. Because you didn't do it. You're guilty because you should have done it. Do you see something like that? By nature, you're guilty because you should have done it. That was your chance. You see right? You only get one chance to do it right. So he's not sitting in jail because it was a mistake that he didn't kill. You sitting in jail because he didn't do it. If he had said, y'all ain't taking me to jail to even my life energy. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? My life is so valuable. I'm not standing in front of no judge for you to play with my damn destiny. You think even threatening me, even threatening my life. All of you are getting wiped the fuck out right now. Y'all hear the point that I'm making? For even threatening, what's the possibility you're gonna get life for this? He should have took their ass out immediately. How valuable is a black life? Wow. How valuable is black life? Our leaders sit in jail like it's just nothing. Right. That's what's supposed to happen to black people. That's great. They can handle it. Niggas has been slaves anyway. They'll be all right. But they don't do their leaders like that. They go for their leadership. Even people, soldiers in the army, they send in people for their political prisoners all the time. They trying to negotiate and work stuff out and send diplomats and embassies to work stuff out. And we say, well, that's just the system. That's just another black man. How valuable is the black life in our community? We go on as nothing happened. When they get our revolutionaries and leaders, things just go on as usual. It's just another day when a black person is taken down. That attitude has to completely change. We have to value our lives more. And that's the powerful thing about our DVD ministry, is because if we can invoke people to value black life more, they just not going for certain things. You have to devalue yourself and actually look at yourself as nothing. Look at your people as nothing. Look at your community as nothing. And look at your leadership as nothing to even go along with certain things. You have to. Because you can only be passive out of seeing them as nothing. Yeah. Well, it's, whatever. That's the passivity. We don't value black life at its essence. It means nothing to us of what happens to our people. They value their people. Police officers get shot. I mean, it was one thing where a police officer shot somebody, and they was put on stand, and all the police officers marched because they didn't want to see their fellow police buddies get locked up for actually killing somebody, and the judge let them off the hook. They valued their camaraderie, their brotherhood, their officership. They valued that to the point where even they risked their jobs and put themselves on the line to march for their fellow police officer. Our people go down, oh, okay, we find a lawyer, find a liar, try to figure this out. Get them an attorney, somebody who's going to turn on you, attorney. Turn on you as soon as they get in front of the judge and negotiate on behalf of the legal system and not even to negotiate on you. So my point is that we have to have a radical approach and shift our paradigm in how we see our people and how we value the life of the black people within our community. And once that value increases, then we have low tolerance and very little patience. And we not only have that as a group of individuals, we are able to invoke that in the consciousness of our overall community. Because it doesn't matter for a few individuals to be radical and be revolutionary. They got places for them. They can organize as a large force against small groups. But when you can induce that mentality in the overall community, times have changed. You have changed the time. So our ultimate work in so-called waking up the black people to who they really are is invoking in them the mindset of increasing the value that they have for black lives and for themselves and for their leadership, increasing that reality within themselves. They would not even go with it. We had a case last week where a brother, DCF took his kids over some allegations. And the brother was really following the tapes in the ministry and following the DVDs on YouTube and really studying. And he was motivated and went and took his kids and was on the run. Literally snatched his kids up and left and was gone. And then negotiated to have the warrant, because they had an Amber Alert and all that out for him. He called them and renegotiated because of the value he had for his own life and the life of his children. Made them renegotiate, drop the Amber Alert, drop the warrant, and set up a new court case for him.
Wow. Wow.
This is what he was able to achieve by valuing himself and his life. We don't value ourselves enough. We don't value ourselves enough. We value the system, keeping things neat, keeping this neat matrix going. I mean, it's real neat. It would be neat if I went with the system and things, because when you become radical, reality changes before your eyes. It ain't the same place for a radical as it is for the average individual walking around on the street. The reality for an average person walking around the street is it's a real neat reality. Everything fits together. Everything works together. They have this feeling of this general acceptance from society that they want to keep in place. When you become radical, you're completely out of the box. And there's no part of the box that's important enough for your freedom to be in question. Do you get what I'm making? There's nothing in this system that's valuable enough. It's no order of business, order of dealings, no paperwork pushing. Nothing in this system is more valuable than your personal freedom. And if you don't have that value for your personal freedom, how the hell could you have that value for a race? It's the value that you have for your personal freedom that you begin to have as brotherhoods, as groups, as a collective, have that value for a group. Literally. It's the personal freedom that bleeds over into the pool of a collective consciousness. So if people don't value their personal freedom that much, then it's we ain't got to start talking about nation building. First, Harriet Tubman had to what? Value her personal freedom. She escaped the Underground Railroad. She escaped through the Underground Railroad, and then she went back because she understood personal freedom. She understood she had a personal desire to be liberated. These people want to be under the devil, working for his system 9 to 5, want to be told what to do, want to follow his instructions, want to be bullied, want to be oppressed, want to be colonialized, want to be imperialized. They want this. And then say, but I want to see everybody else free. Huh? You want a white boss standing over you from 9 to 5 that they telling you when you can eat and what you can have? But somehow we're going to believe that you want freedom for the entirety of the black race? If you don't want freedom for yourself, you don't want freedom for the black race. This is clear. You could not possibly want freedom for freedom for others that you do not want from yourself. That's why we don't free our political prisoners, because we haven't freed our damn self. Because what we live in this society not allowed the DNA of us being gods to come fully into expression. What we live in this society as the average assimilated person is relative to the imprisonment of the person in jail. The person in jail is told what to do, what time to eat. The person working on the corporation is told what to do and what time to eat. Is that correct? What's the difference? The person in the jail is waiting on the tray to come around to get his food. The person on the outside is waiting on his link card. What's the difference? What's the difference? The person's in jail, his time is organized of what's going to happen this and that week. If he don't go along with that, he's put in a hole. A person outside don't go along with his boss, he's fired and he's put in an economic hole.